Oh, look at that! I'm here in a live. I am in the show. Oh, that's cool. Oh, there's Zach. All right.
Wait, Justin?
It's like, wait, are we about to be pitted against one another? What is happening?
Awkward.
I just got this.
I love this. I love watching people just futz around, shot live out of nowhere, not knowing what the hell's going on.
I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like,
Right?
you leave me on here long enough, you'll not be able to monetize shit.
Right.
Like Justin's got enough to monetize in the first
I'm
place.
not monetized anyway, so
The only way you get monetized is when you buy yourself something off Amazon.
yes.
Just like,
Yes, which I've done a few times this week. So sorry, I was in an
Okay.
organizer meeting, so I've been a little busy.
So look,
trying to make
I'm
shit
going camera
happen.
off because I'm not wearing pants and I'm not planning on putting them on.
Welcome to YouTube. And
no,
Twitch, where
you're
there's
fine.
no
It's fine.
pantsless. Oh, jeez. Should we just hide him? Let's see. Can we hide him? Let's see. How
You
do
mean
we
hide them while you can still be active?
I can just do this.
Let's see. Uh-oh. How far back can you walk, though?
That's the question.
Well, it looks
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
I'm fine.
Okay.
For now, just don't do any jumping jacks.
Because I mean, there's that much room. Yeah,
Vince.
we're good.
So my new trident's almost done.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep. Oh, we got Zura. Zura.
I am here. I am working on clipperizing my Sidewinder X1.
Look, more coffee.
Nice.
Nice.
Ooh, he's loud. Captain Loud over here.
I'm not loud. I am normal.
There we go. I fixed it.
No
I
one
fixed
here
it
is
too.
normal. It's a bald-faced lie.
Right.
I'm normal.
Oh, Mitch does not have a camera though. I literally didn't warn anyone. I was just like, I'm gonna go live after my meeting and just do things.
Ugh.
There's a
when I
Mitch.
wake up tomorrow at
There's
work.
everybody.
Yeah,
Mitch has
the whole
wood.
crew we got.
It's like a
Right.
very 3D printing centric Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
Yes, we just need 3 more people to make.
I have a laser.
we got the taco gimp over here.
I've had a laser, I've had a vinyl cutter, I've had a CNC. Like
I have a final cutter too.
Right.
all
I just
the
don't use any of
makerspace.
those things.
Well,
the
why not?
makerspace was a gateway drug.
So I do not own, but I have access to all of these things.
It's a gateway drug to hoarding and spending way too much money on stuff you could just buy.
So, oh my God, you guys got to look at this.
Excuse
The-
me.
the
I can't buy
makerspace
this Highland cow. All right.
Right.
That's cute,
But you
though.
can print it.
This is
Exactly.
You could sell it on Etsy for $1 million, and then nobody will buy it.
Not off of a fucking Ender 3.
You'd be surprised. There's shops out there.
Somebody
So-
was
Local
saying
board game
something
store has some
before I
pretty bad
accidentally
prints at it.
chimed in. I think it was Zach. Zach, were you saying something? Or
Yeah.
was it-
So, Makerspace has a OhmTech 150 watt CO2.
Oh,
A
wow.
big machine. And I've been having trouble cutting acrylic on it.
Okay.
You want to see why?
Sure. As long as it doesn't involve your lower half.
No.
It's the upper half, right?
His nipple was caught in the machine.
We're on Twitch,
just-
so it's fine now.
It just got rid of the third one. I think it's okay.
So show that picture, Justin.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, those mirrors are screwed.
Yeah, look at the one on the left. That's the front. That's not the back.
It's all black.
That was mirror number 1.
Oh,
Somebody didn't
my.
like their reflection.
right.
Whew.
Is it just me or is it blue? Dabba dee dabba die.
Right. There you go.
Dabba-doo.
Yeah,
I have
Dabba
to fix
dabba?
my lenses now that I think about it. I probably should clean my lenses and
Right.
mirrors.
Oh, it's the medic,
My
Mr. Vince.
Yeah.
Hola.
Vincent
Yeah,
John.
it was
Oh,
it was
Mr.
taking like
Vince.
100 or 90% power on a 150 watt tube to cut 1/8" acrylic.
Yeah.
What?
Somebody who used to be like the head of the laser department at a makerspace. It's not supposed to look like that.
That's what
Yeah.
she said.
That looks normal.
Although
to me.
that makerspace had they put a lot of resources in those lasers just because there was a lot of people using them, and if you did like a laser maintenance day, most of the time people would show up and help, but
Yeah, see,
somebody had
like
to coordinate it.
No, you'd have a laser maintenance day, and that's the day everyone would come to use the laser.
I'm the CNC
Yeah,
and
so
3D
but
printing
if you-
guy at the makerspace. I'm not
you
the laser
schedule it-
guy. So
If you schedule it, then you can kick them off the machine. Yeah, I'm becoming the CNC guy because, well, the guy actually who knows what he's doing, because we're trying to learn Linux CNC to set this thing up. So he
I'm
actually
the
already got
drug
it set
dealer
up.
at my makerspace.
How's that going?
They don't buy
man.
enough drugs.
Yeah, well, the makerspace is the place to sell drugs for sure. Are we live?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Good. Good. Everybody should know this.
Yes.
Depends on the makerspace. I don't know. Like,
You're
well, think
supposed to know
about it.
everything, though.
It's
Mitch,
people
come
that
on.
have enough money to pay for the membership, so they have enough
Yes.
money to buy other things.
Wait.
And
But
there's
But they
Really?
don't have
there's
enough
always
money to buy the machines themselves.
Right.
and the cameras are, if they have cameras at all. Some of them don't, and most of them are usually only monitored by the.
man, at the
People in the
beginning, I thought
makerspace.
my makerspace was just outrageously expensive, but it's really kind of a good deal for all the shit we have.
Yeah, ours
We-
is
we-
$45 a month.
Yeah, ours is
pretty
160 a month.
Oh my god, that is a lot different. But
So
you're getting a lot out of
this is 2 locations.
it. Yeah,
Both locations have Prusa Mark III, which, for us, whatever. They have a Formlabs 3 at
Yeah,
both
that's kinda nice.
locations. The location I'm closest to has that 150 watt CO2. They've got a Wazer water jet.
yeah.
Both
the
la-
Wazer's
Ooh,
cool.
a water jet.
Yeah, both locations have ShotBot Alpha, 4 foot by 8 foot,
Yeah.
full size.
Yeah,
The one across the water from me has a full garage door times 9. I think 9 full size garage doors.
yeah. Having
And,
garage bay access is really.
I adore
Well-
those garage doors.
We'll soon have a 2-post lift
Oh, nice. We had
When
one
he-
too.
when he gets it figured out.
Although people got like, I don't know how they kind of had to like convince insurance that we weren't doing actual car work or something. It was kind of a weird situation because they really didn't like that we were doing automotive work out of that shop. But
Well, I think what he's going to do is they haven't quite figured out how they're going to do it yet. He's got to get it repaired first, and then he's going to talk to the insurance. And I think he's going to have a policy where basically you have to be certified to use it or something.
or you work on your own car as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because we had people that would try to like run it like a auto shop, or like the other thing that really screwed up having a post lift is that people would like do a major repair and then like
Mhm.
not have the stuff, and then they'd leave it on there for like
It gets stuck.
day.
Yeah.
Back ordered parts? No way.
no. It usually was like somebody was doing an engine swap and then they wouldn't clean up after themselves, or they would
Every
take
time
they'd take the entire engine apart and then make a YouTube video about it and then get banned for drugs.
See, they got
Anyway.
a 4 foot by 4 foot plasma.
Oh yeah, that's not bad.
You're getting an OhmTech 100 watt CO2 for the other side of the
They
water.
need a laser fiber laser.
Yeah.
That would be
I have a question about
Answer's
your,
12.
I hope
Don't
not.
use
42.
the answer is don't use Cure.
I can't use anything else
Why?
because I'm too used to it. Like it's all I know how to use. That or
We need
Octoprint.
to fix that.
But,
How about Prusa Slicer?
I have it. I
Orca
don't like it.
slicer.
Orca Slicer's good too.
So my problem is this: like I used to be able to hit on travel enable retraction and set my retraction limit. Why can't I do that now?
I can't answer that. I don't use Kira.
You want to share your screen? We can try to. bring
Yeah,
you
let me
on
just
stream.
close some of these tabs here. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it's
I'm
again,
not surprised.
Twitch allows it now, so you can
Really?
put anything on
When did
Twitch.
that happen?
Today they got like the new terms and conditions. You can.
I'll have to look.
It's a Wild West. You can do whatever you want on Twitch now.
Really?
No, that's not true.
Are they becoming
They were-
OnlyFans?
They
No,
were
they're
just
coming
they were
Twitchy.
opening it up to certain content creators that would
um,
make art that had nudity in it, and instead of having to censor that nudity, that's artistic nudity is okay now. Partially.
How many people are going to say that
Oh, it's going to be
them
abused
being
immediately.
naked? Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
we're gonna find the
so-
line.
This is what I'm dealing with. Like I have enable retraction, but I don't have a setting to be able to put my number in there anymore.
That cow's gonna be fun.
Change it to advanced.
Where do I do that? Oh, wait.
I don't know. I've never used Alt to make your Kura, but
I don't know. Where is advanced?
So they hide a lot of stuff with Kira.
there you go.
Set
Well-
your visibility, and then you can enable retraction, but you can set your retraction distance and all that.
Advanced. Look
I
at
need-
that.
Yeah, I need to set the retraction distance, but where is it?
You
it's
have
probably
to you have
hidden.
to click on it. The three things down
Oh,
there. That
Why-
enables it, and then that enables your retraction distance
why was this just not already existing?
because you
Because that's an
already
advanced feature.
because you didn't have it set to advanced.
Remember, it's not stupid. It's advanced.
You know,
Person
you're not
Slicer does the same
entirely
thing. It
wrong.
hides retraction unless you're on the advanced or medium or whatever.
Oh, great! So it's been retracting that much. Great.
5 millimeters. Nice.
That's a lot for
Bowden.
Yeah. Well, on the
Very nice,
Ender
bro.
3, it's the Ender 3 only has like a 300 or 400 millimeter.
I'm glad these 4 cows are like right next to each other, and it'll be easy to get the stringing off of them.
Or better
Stringing.
cooling.
When you, my printer is, it exists.
It's a stock
it
Ender
exists.
3. So
You're a
the
stuff.
Bowden tube and usually the way that those stupid hot-ends butt up to the nozzle, so you don't want to have a really
Chris
long
is sharing
retractions
something?
because it'll heat.
What are you
creep.
sharing, Chris?
Oh, I finished programming all this nonsense. Because everyone got mad at me that my macros weren't organized.
Is this the
is a new
K1?
printer.
No,
No,
this
this
is
is a-
Trident.
Trident 300.
Nice. Is that that's Clipper or not Clipper mainsail?
Fluid.
Fluid.
Oh, it's fluid.
I like.
Yeah.
So you can make fluid look nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Fluid's
guess by
great.
default mine didn't look nice. I like that color
They've-
too.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. I even have like
Can you have your backups like automatically go in a different folder?
I don't know. I wish they
No, you
would. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, this one took forever. The start macro.
I'm 3D printing cows, and then I have to paint cows.
Are you gonna like recreate the Twister scene?
No, I'm gonna make it look like there's a abduction happening inside this lamp.
Oh, okay, good.
I have fishing line too. I am artist.
Yeah,
I am
Hear me
artist.
roar?
Yeah, exactly.
There,
Yeah.
wait,
Me and
I'll
Walk
show you
on,
guys
I
the
think it's
lamp.
same.
Ugh.
He's recreating the cow level from Diablo 2.
yeah.
Yes.
Or sim. What's that sim? There was a sim game.
Cement.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. Where
Kerbal Space Program.
I mean, it looks like a rocket from there, but
But yeah, this is what I'm working on right
it
now.
looks like a bong to me.
It doesn't have a bottom, so it can't. It's not bong worthy.
You can make it work if you use it in a bathtub or a bigger thing of water and then put the water in there and it's gravity. Never mind.
Minus, I know what a gravity bong is. I used to make them out of traffic cones.
Traffic cones. Oh my god. That's a lot.
It is.
So I used to work with a guy that. So this is when I worked at a bar. Just for the context, he was allowed to smoke at work because it was a bar, and he was just the door guy taking money. So on the way into work every night, he would always go by a convenience store and get a 20-ounce bottle of or a 20-ounce bottle of Mountain Dew, and then he'd go to Taco Bell and get dinner, and the biggest cup they got. And he had a cap with a screen stashed at the bar, so he'd drink all the Mountain Dew. Towards the end of the night, okay, I'm ready, and he would cut the bottom off the Mountain Dew bottle, make a grab for the night. At the end of the night, you throw it away.
Nice.
That sounds great. Actually, just the Taco Bell part and the Mountain Dew part.
But yeah,
And probably afterwards.
This was at Goodwill. Like the last 3 days I went, just the glass lamp part, the NASA helmet is what I added. But it was there for like 3 days, and I was like, you know what? It's a sign I need to buy this stupid thing. So
Should have
One
put
of
two.
those, the Edison lamps in there. It actually reminds me of the Doctor Who episode of the spacesuit creatures that, like, if you saw them, you already were dead or something. Or
The silence.
what was that called? Because
it's not
I
the
didn't really
Weeping
understand.
Angels, right?
No, it wasn't the angel. It was confusing because they would
The silence.
they would mark, like, tally marks how many times they've died or something. Or
Is my mic on?
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the silence.
the silence. It was a
Okay.
series. It was actually a
Pretty
couple
sure.
episodes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a recurring character.
Like the what's the I haven't watched Doctor Who in forever.
I'm
Oh
surprised.
yeah, they're like they like took over the U.S. government or something, and something like that. That was one of the weirdest episodes, I think.
I'm
I mean, there's a lot
surprised
of
my
weird ones.
printer isn't clicking a lot because of the retraction.
It shouldn't click at all
Well,
unless you're heat creeping, then it
that's
then
that.
it clogs
I
the
mean,
nozzle, which is the problem you had originally.
I am in a shed and it is only 62 degrees in here, so
That's that's comfy. I like that.
oh no, it's comfy
Yeah.
for me too. It's 37 outside.
I like a sauna, so
Oh man, I turn my heater off 90% of the night.
I think I'm used to Texas, which is just hot all the time
I love
until
cold.
it's not. I don't know.
Cold is-
I kind of you get really tired of Texas heat
Right.
real quick.
I love lamp.
I love lamp too.
Right.
Well, yeah. So Patrick, you should make that into a leg lamp, but leg lamp with a NASA helmet on top.
Everybody
Yeah,
loves lamp, but
No,
nobody
no,
talks
no.
about shade.
Well, because people like to throw shade.
Ooh,
Uh,
look at that.
I do have a lamp without a lampshade, and I don't want to go to the store. I keep forgetting the.
Why don't you print
I should
a
print one.
lithophane?
Yeah.
Yeah, a giant Hue Origin print and then wrap it.
Mhm.
No, actually, the bed is 12 inches, 11 inches.
Damn.
11-inch diameter technically on the Delta printer, so I could technically make a lampshade, but
Yeah.
lithophane, but that sounds like
So
a lot of work.
Here's the thing, Patrick. You make the leg lamp, but instead of it being like the skimpy leg with the fishnet and the high heel, you do a NASA boot on the leg.
Oh man,
That
I kind of
actually
like
would be
that
really
idea. Man,
That's a
might-
good one.
ooh, I might steal that.
Take
'Cause
it,
I
it's
am like-
yours.
I am a NASA fanatic, so
Oh, you know, be even
So,
cooler is
if you-
space shuttle. Like,
If you model that up and start a Patreon, I will sign up for a commercial license for it. I live in Hampton, Virginia, which is home to Langley Research Center.
well,
so
I don't
you
have.
Just need to
I
model
just
a boot.
see. That's the thing. I just throw everything on Thingiverse and what's the other one?
Printables?
Printables for free. Like I have a bunch of things on there I could have charged money for, but I don't consider myself good enough to charge anybody anything.
Yeah, if you get to like this level, then you can just be
But
the star of the
$5 is
show.
$5.
That's
I'd
true.
probably
Yeah.
still just give my designs away.
Well, let me rephrase that. I will pay you to model a NASA boot leg lamp that I can sell prints
With
of
nipples.
because
How
I
tall
would-
do you want it?
1,200 feet.
The lamp size.
No, 1 foot, because it's just
he
1
has
foot.
he has printers that can print that stuff.
There you
So
go.
I'm thinking like the lunar boots were
Richard
actually
Cook.
the lunar boots are like really wide, but they have a lot of
Hey, what's up,
lacing and
Richard?
stuff. But you could
That-
simplify it. You could probably simplify it a little bit and add some of the detail, like the strapping and the NASA logo.
So that's a 350Q or 350 in like 290 in Z. I've lost some Z.
And basically, all you need is an inlet and an outlet for the lamp kit.
Right.
Hey, that's a K1.
It's a K3 next to it.
K3.
K1
Are you-
Max.
No, it's regular K1.
Oh,
Are you familiar with the K3?
No.
the Annex Engineering one.
Annex Engineering.
It's fast.
It's crazy fast.
So fast.
Aren't
you
they
broke it.
armchair engineers or what's the thing?
They're
called?
part of no, they're
Eh,
separate. Armchair's part of DFH.
Yeah, Armchair is like DFH's group.
Yeah, they're the
Armchair
high
designed
end
my
mayhem.
hot end, the archetype.
Too many collaboration.
I mean, the options out there are just getting
I
crazy.
know.
I love it.
Hmm.
So this
I
is
can probably make this happen.
this is Boron, obviously Boron 2.4, with the Doom Cube modification, which the Doom guys are also the same guys that do the printers for Ants, Part
Mhm.
K.
Yeah,
Yep.
So the Micron, the Salad Fork, all those guys.
yeah. I saw the one
And
at Earth. Yeah.
That's Armchair Engineering's archetype breakneck. So it's actually
Well, that's right. I heard it. Yeah, I saw that.
it's they call it a micro Bowden, this particular setup. So I've got about this much of Bowden tube between the hot end and the extruder. And the point is to basically add just a little bit of slack in the filament to absorb the ripples from the drive system. So I actually do see a pretty good increase in layer quality. A lot less.
You mean like the
PFA?
hot end and the extruder aren't connected to each other directly?
Well,
besides
there's
the button?
just a little, it's like a little hook of Bowden.
Oh, it's bent. Okay. I mean, that's essentially what I'm doing with my Delta printer. Is the orbiter is at an angle so that it can packing efficiency, and then it has a little curve.
Yeah, so I have to run just a little bit higher retraction than normal, but like, you can't see any vertical fine artifacts on stuff coming off of this machine.
Anybody ever heard of Render Hub?
Nope.
Nope.
Is it related to Pornhub?
With
No.
rendering.
Surprisingly, I found an already 3D modeled Apollo 11 boot that I
Nice.
could do what I need to with.
That sounds peachy.
Bootstrappingly fun.
What part of the world are you in, Patrick?
Tennessee.
Mm.
You're not too far from him, right?
I'm
in-
originally from Birmingham, so
Alabama.
yeah.
Alabama.
Oh, there is really
Okay,
nice
for us.
Apollo 11 boots. You just have to make them work with. You probably have to low res them because it looks like that's all texture.
Yeah,
color texture, but the polygon is actually really high count. You probably have to simplify it a little bit.
it's $10 for the render.
I don't-
Richard, it goes great. At least
Right.
over here. I don't know about anybody else, but they sound
I
great.
think you'd be better off
Um,
using Mesh Mixer because that's gonna
Mhm.
break everything.
I sent you on
Oh no,
Facebook
the
the
low
one
poly is not that bad. It's actually not as it's not as high poly as I thought it was, but
Uh-oh, it's a Jerry. He has arrived.
Okay.
oh no.
Happened?
Mitch, I sent you
Jerry.
the one that I'm looking at on Bookface.
I think I already-
Face crack.
They stopped sending me stuff.
Face
through
Space.
Messenger. Yeah,
No,
that's the
face
one
crack.
I found that one. That's actually a good model. I think that would be good to start with, and then
I
you
just got to
have
dull it down a little.
make it a solid. In Mesh Mixer, you can make there's a make solid option.
I have no idea how to use Mesh Mixer.
Well, you should start looking.
Yeah,
Well,
you
I
should
mean,
learn
I'm still 21 days away from finishing my. was
Fusion
I
has
doing?
actually
Fusion.
some mesh tools that would actually work pretty well too.
I mean, that's just a really good, accurate, render. It doesn't have to be so, But I like.
Yeah, when it's printed, it will show up. depending
Well,
on
what
the
I
model.
like about it is you can actually see the cloth, texture and the ruffles and all that.
Right.
The ruffles have
Print it.
ridges.
Print it.
I mean, the front does have ridges.
Printy face.
It does actually. It looks like a giant Pringle.
No, it looks like the chin of what the hell is his name? Thanos.
A Balchinian from Men in Black.
That's a reference.
I knew you'd like it.
All right, so I have a question that's related to Clipper configuration.
No.
Just type 12 and it should
I'm
fix
sorry.
nothing.
The answer is Alt F4.
Right?
I
delete your
support this
delete your
message.
config and start over.
You go
So,
in and you
Anyways,
delete
they're
that
actually
32.
calling. He's actually asking for help, but we're giving him crap. He's like, "Shut up."
No,
So,
I said ask the question.
Yeah, so I'm PID tuning my hot end right now,
Mhm.
and
Hit.
it keeps overshooting by a lot.
Okay.
So
You're
I've let it.
Supposed to overshoot in the beginning and then
Yeah.
calm
Your-
down to
Your P
hysteresis.
is really high.
Yeah. How
But
much
really,
is it
the
overshooting
P is what
degree-wise?
controls your overshoot.
Is it overshooting like 10 degrees,
By-
20 degrees?
7 degrees.
Oh, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
perfectly
normal.
fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Because it's figuring out where the center is. It when you do the PIDs, it just goes up and down.
I mean, if you auto tune, it's
If it
gonna
was
it's still gonna do a
20?
few degrees over, but it
Okay.
depends
You
on
can always
the
run it twice and see if it's better the next time.
Yeah.
Well, I've
the
run it
more
3
times
times
you do
now.
it.
When I
yeah,
first
it'll
was
always
working
overshoot.
on it,
That's PID.
Yeah, run a quick print and make sure it's staying stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, once it stabilizes, it's fine because that's what the IND do. Is the stabilization.
Yeah.
at the end of
Basically,
it,
when you're PID tuning, it
overtime.
turns off. It says all the power.
Well, not all of
I
it.
is how close the set point is followed.
Mhm.
Your PV is set to the temperature, and then D is how much it corrects over time. And so P is your initial thing. So if you want to manually dial it down, you could actually play with the P value and lower it a little bit and see if that helps you a little bit more. But you're gonna have to probably adjust the I and D, so or the I level. So like
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't mess with it outside of the auto tune. But if you
Yeah,
really
'cause-
want to dial it in, you can do it manually.
Yeah.
Here, share my screen and I'll run a PID
So,
tune for
here.
mine. and
gaming
watch
makes
how it
me
looks
happy. You not so much.
All right. So
Like.
here's the
PID
PID.
hot end.
He's gonna PID. Do you run it with a fan, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the other thing too. You need to
Yeah, you gotta run it
calibrate
with-
fan
If
on.
it- 50 to 75% fan,
It's
or
homing.
100 if you have a good hot.
Now it's
good
going
heater.
to home. Now it's probably tapping the bed and then it'll start doing the stuff over here.
Tappa tappa tappa.
Yep,
I mean-
it's doing it. There's a line that tells me the heater turned on. You know, I probably shouldn't have homed it because I have a print in the middle of the bed.
Nah,
Luckily, I have tap.
Good job there, Chris.
Can you have tap actually like detect what layer it finished, what it stopped on, and then resume
No.
based on the
Nope.
last layer that you?
I wish.
That's what I should get for especially the backpack printer.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's shooting to 250. Is that what it's shooting for?
Yeah,
Yeah,
usually
shooting to
about
250 on the first one.
So
So if it goes over like 260, that's kind of high. But
yeah, there'll be an error if it goes too high, but
I'm so glad I
because
have
of your
tap. That would have sucked with any other probe.
Beacon's
yeah,
better.
see how far it does overshoot pretty quickly.
Beacon's better, Chris.
Yeah, Beacon's way better.
55. That's 10 degrees,
Oh, that's not bad.
Now
and then back down. So yeah, it's going to do that. And now
8
it's hovering.
times, I think. I know the bed you can actually command it to do more than 8. You can have it do it.
Are you doing? Oh, you did. Okay, PID tuning. It'll do it like a certain amount of time, and then
Yeah, I just have a macro that I did.
it's one command, but yeah, if it depends on what you want to set it to. You really could actually PID tune every time you change filament types and
Yeah.
There's
idea.
Tripod. Let me get you a link.
What's up?
Yeah, I mean, I PID tuned without filament in it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you have filament or not.
It does not.
Just fan speed.
So
do want the
Patrick,
fan
I know
on
you
this.
didn't
If I
do
look,
PID tuning,
it-
but that's how you
fan is
calibrate your
100%.
temperature response on your hot end. Like,
Oh, that's
so
cool.
it's actually accurate to.
Yep.
That it's actually it's getting to the accurate temperature and not overshooting.
And now it's saving the config. And
Which is kind of important for like
we're
PLA, where PLA is kind of sensitive to
Zero, you
lower
can see what
temperatures.
it looks like for them. So overshoot's fine.
yeah, it's supposed to it overshot 10 degrees. Well, yeah, 10 degrees both ways. It went down to 235-ish and then up to 255.
That's kind of the auto tune is kind of magic because the math involved is pretty complex in PID systems, and then you can also have compounding PIDs if you had like dual heaters.
And now my far fan is off.
There you go.
And it
Does that
says my
answer your
kick light is
question,
on.
Zero?
They're not plugged in.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, we've had PID auto tuning for a long time on printers, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Oh yeah.
As long as I can remember.
Marlon's had it since very long.
Since I've started using Marlin, it's probably like Marlin 1.6 something.
I'm gonna go see how bad my print looks like on my printer.
I think Repeteer had it.
Yeah,
does.
Repeteer had it. So I don't
most
remember the
Sailfish.
MakerBot Sailfish, or even before that was MakerBot firmware teacup or something.
Yeah.
It was the original like rep hardware.
Oh yeah, the cupcake.
Yeah, the cupcake.
The one that was at a few shows this year.
Yeah, but the hardware on that was just a basic, like it was a 18 mega 1280, but like the Sanguino was the name of the like Arduino base it was based on, and then it had its own tool head, and the tool head board had like a way undersized MOSFET, and it would constantly burn out. So I actually ended up running that to a relay. And so my heater bed was relay controlled on the MakerBot. So
It's funny. I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen more issues with failing closed MOSFETs on heaters on 3D printer boards.
I did on the King Run.
I did on a lot of
KP3.
cheap boards.
I've not actually had it happen yet, but
that's why I'm designing the board. I'm designing so that I can have a MOSFET, but then I'm gonna have a relay. I think I'm gonna have a relay as a failsafe cut off.
I'm slowly working on putting relays on all of my machines, where I have the power outlet goes straight to the 5-volt power supply to run the Pi, and then the 24-volt power supply and anything mains powered is behind a relay.
Yeah, that's a smart solution.
So I can.
Your heater faults can immediately turn off the relay part.
Yeah, my heater faults completely shuts the machine down except for the Pi.
Yeah.
So then even if I'm away, I've got Obico on it. I can look at the camera.
Oh, how does that work? You like it?
Yeah, it saved my ass when I didn't even remember I had it turned on.
So the first layer detection, or are you talking? Is it?
No, just a regular Obico.
Oh, it just does like print failure detection.
Yeah.
It's Spaghetti Detective rebranded.
But I mean, it's been trained pretty well that it's pretty reliable. Like it
Yeah.
won't give you. I think the worst case is if it gives you false flags.
It's very rare. Very, very,
Wow.
very rare.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's where I pay $10 a month, and even when I don't use it a ton, I'm just paying him because it's that good.
I should talk to them about my backpack printer, because if I can implement that on the backpack while it's wireless, I bet that would be a good marketing for them.
You have to clipperize it.
Right.
Well, yeah, I'm planning on that anyway, because the King Rune is pretty. I think the King Rune is pretty clipperable, because it's just a basic Marlin board. So
yeah,
a 32-bit Marlin board. I have a lot to do on that, don't I? I need to do
still
fusion
need to work
stuff.
on the Delta.
You need to get rid of that thing.
No, I don't. You do, but I don't.
You're changing your mind.
You sent it to me, so I'm not changing my mind.
Oh, the Aris? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
The other Delta is sitting in the garage waiting for DB3D Dan.
I kind of feel bad because I kind of abandoned the 3D CBCNC on that one. I'm glad they're selling it, and I hope.
Is he selling the kit? Is he actually selling?
I haven't seen a lot of people actually finish their.
No, I stopped because I need to rethink some things. But
so, did you guys hear about the new printer I got this week?
God, you have like so many of them.
Well, he's got like 400 in that room.
Yeah, you have actually a little bit more space than Justin does.
No,
yeah,
we're competing for space.
9 foot by 9 foot.
Yeah, I have 10 by 12.
Is that the size of your shed, Patrick?
Something like that.
It's like a 15, but you actually maximize yours because you got like a loft area.
That's
right.
right.
You have a whole kitchen.
Yeah, hold on. This is in the other room.
It's half of it's a meth lab and the other half is a kitchen.
It is Tennessee, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell them how I make money.
Told you sell drugs in the makerspace.
Tennessee is the Florida of Appalachia.
Takes makerspace to a whole nother level. Metherspace?
I thought that happens more in like
hashtag pillbillies.
Pillbillies.
Well done. Well done, sir.
You got to watch out for Methany and her husband Pill.
Oh, that's great.
So, Chris, if you ever turn on your camera and then you actually do have a gimp mask with tacos,
no, he just
that would be funny.
So this isn't actually my printer. This is
technically you one. Damn it, Chris! I should have dropped one in the damn mail.
What?
A mask?
A camera. I've got like 6 extra cameras.
Oh, Pi camera?
No.
But now you're gonna always have to have a mask on so that it matches your.
Oh, I have a ton of cameras. They're just not hooked up because I have I streamed all the time and I still have all that stuff. It's just none of it's set up. So
yeah, this thing is not technically mine. It's my wife's.
Right.
How many
is
printers
that the
does she
Cocoa
have?
Press? How much chocolate
I saw
have
you
you
in the
eaten?
stream. I love the rainbow color setup.
How much chocolate have you eaten since?
Not a lot actually.
No.
No.
We'll be, Ellie's going to be selling them at Rocky Mountain, so. Trying to convince her to bring a handful of them to sell.
I like that color. Did you do that on the bamboo?
Yeah, I did it with an AMS and a filament swap. So I started
the rainbow's cool.
Purple, and then when I went to blue, I changed the purple to orange. And then
you did that.
Part.
So you swapped it mid.
It's a 5-color print. Basically, I just repeated the first color, and after it was done printing, I.
So can you actually while it's printing, can you pause it, change one of the filament rolls?
No, I don't believe so. Oh no, I see what you're saying. AMS.
Yeah, change the AMS. You can actually pull it out mid print.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't pull out the one that's printing.
I know you could do mid color swaps on the palette, but you have to, I think, tell it.
Yeah, it's never behaved well when I had mine.
Oh, I do have a Palette 2 Pro up there. That
I
never
had
used.
one.
I
would
got
love
one
to
too.
get rid of
I
it.
think we all have a palette too that's just sitting collecting dust because it's such
Yeah,
a
I
pain to
hated
use.
it. It was.
Hey Patrick,
It
do
really
you want a
was.
palette too?
Sure.
No, you
I
don't. No, you don't. Just say no.
Apparently,
This
you
is-
don't
Two
want
Palette
one.
2s.
Please send all printers in care of Patrick Thompson.
So this has
Yeah,
got to
I'll
get
give you
added
an
to the
address.
Voron, but
Oh, that's the annex
Oh,
or
yeah.
the armchair.
Is that the trad rack?
yeah, it's a trad rack. It's a 19.
I didn't know the files were out there for it.
Who's making that?
I'm in the beta.
Oh, is some of it the same as the ERCF?
No, none of it.
Shit.
It is so incredibly much better than the ERCF.
Well, I've got a 12 cart ERCF kit sitting on the floor.
So the problem the ERCF kit has is the filament drive rod has to be the length of your thing, and you can never get a 5mm rod D shaft flat. It's always gonna. This doesn't
how does that
require a
solve it?
shaft. So this carries this big stepper with it, and it just pinches the drive gear, which is here, on top of an
And then
idler.
the idler wheels are on the bottom, and they're just each one has its own idler. Does
Yep.
it have like a carrot or some? How does it detect the filament?
It's
pulled back
got a filament switch in here.
A Hall
A
effect
filament
one?
switch on the head.
Yeah.
No, it's just a micro switch with a bearing.
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
it's pretty simple. So they basically made it a lot simpler design. And then does it do filament cutting?
No.
Oh.
No.
Do you think you need it? Because the Y split. Oh, you don't need the Y split. That's right.
Yeah. No, I mean,
you still want to form. You want to
yeah.
form the end of the thing, so it needs some kind of cutter.
So what sucks is I really like my NX head, but they're developing a filament cutter attachment for Stealth Burner.
Nice.
That
Oh,
seems
that's
to work
cool.
really well,
That's cool.
and it might get me back on a Stealth Burner.
Yeah.
I'm running
As-
the XOL
as-
on this new printer.
As
I think
much
a lot
as
of
a
it
fat
has
pig that Stealth Burner is, I'm
Mhm.
likely to go back to a Stealth Burner for a filament cutter.
if the mini stealth burner could do a filament cutter,
There's no
Fit.
space.
it is
Well,
tiny.
The reason I would go to the Stealth Burner for a filament cutter is I can get a front panel that will work with my CPAP setup.
Right.
Yeah.
Chris,
For
are
a
you
self-burner.
intending to share your screen at all or no?
I don't care.
I don't have a
Not intending. No, I'm just clicking around
So-
stuff right now.
Okay, we're gonna
Good.
see your Amazon account. Let's
Yeah,
see
it's
what
on
he
my
orders.
card. Let's see.
Why?
Yep.
Okay.
Some flex cable for Raspberry Pi because I want to build the
Nice.
Raspberry Pi
That's a
camera.
really long one. A 1
Yeah,
meter?
sure
Does
thing.
that actually work? I
Yeah.
guess so.
Yep, and some glue and some stuff for the pantry. Look at me. I'm being
Oh, organized.
You're adulting.
yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Let's see your save for later too. That's even.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Oh, filament. Oh,
200 items.
cast iron. Oh yeah, that's. Are you got a big one or the Lodge ones are good?
Large ones are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, kid stuff.
It was on sale for like $7 on
Oh.
or $10 on Black
That's a
Friday.
huge
I was gonna
discount,
pick it up
yeah.
for my buddy's kid, and I was like, meh.
Right.
Yeah. Paracord bracelet brackets. 42nd anniversary of Cosmic Encounter. Ooh, I actually already bought this. I can remove this. Delete.
You could print
Already bought you these
a
cheats.
mousetrap.
I can.
Sure.
Oh.
Right.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
some of these design a mousetrap that's 3D printable.
Mm-hmm. No, they're
They're out there.
Do you think getting a Polymaker filament on Amazon or just getting it direct from Polymaker is better?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
I
matter
don't
because
know.
it comes from the same warehouse,
Yeah,
right?
it's literally
So
logistics to Amazon.
check this out, Mitch.
high flow. I don't even know they had this. Delete.
A Midatoyo, okay.
No,
What is that? Oh,
I've got
Starrett,
Minotaur
fancy.
calipers.
yeah, and they're metric
Metric.
metric
Fair.
dial.
I bet those are accurate. Yeah, you can't beat this. This is $10 or less.
Don't make me get my
The highest-
Minotaurs out.
The highest quality polymer cheap stuff from.
I bought
Harbor
these from
Freight.
a guy locally for $50 on Facebook
Yeah, I
Marketplace.
definitely did not
That's
buy
a good
these
deal.
for
That's a
50.
really
Yeah,
good deal.
this is a $300.
Toyos.
This is a $200. Yeah, they're great. I love them.
This is literally a measuring contest.
Hey,
Yes.
Justin, how big is your Midatoyo?
I don't know.
Is it a
Standard
six?
size?
I'm telling you, 150 millimeters is all you need.
Yeah, 150. Oh,
If anything's longer than
that's
150
got
millimeters,
longer.
then you got to go with the stainless steel. You know.
That we're
Yeah,
all comparing the lengths here.
I got a really good deal on an 8-inch, so I got an 8-inch.
That's what she's.
I love it when it's 8 inches.
You're
I
6
was waiting
inches,
for it.
Justin. I'm 8 inches.
Yeah. See.
Not
It shows
according
you
to
how
Lacey.
it shows you how short my arm is. That I have an arm that's not even the length of the ruler.
You ever roll your calipers all the way out and see 6 inches and like, man, that's not right.
That's why I keep it in millimeters.
Yeah, 150 millimeters sounds so much better.
Yeah,
Demonetized.
I use micron.
And then
Oh
I
yeah,
got
this is the
and then
new
I got
Twitch
the
we
8
can
inch,
talk
and I'm
about.
just
it now.
like, oh my god, 8 inches, really?
Anybody ever watch Letterkenny?
Hey, that's the Zach. That's the closest thing
Yeah.
to 8 inches.
I was
that's
trying
in
to
that
send you a
entire
Letterkenny
house.
GIF earlier, but
I, McMurray, am 4.5 inches long.
Right.
that's what we appreciate about you.
I got some Magnum condoms for my Magnum dong.
We're all fighting.
The only
We're all-
Magnum you're putting that on is your
There
gun.
goes my YouTube channel.
Yeah, the Slice
No.
Engineering Magnum Plus. That's the only thing I'm gonna get this Magnum.
I want to order Magnum Plus. They had it on sale. I'm
I-
like, oh.
I am not buying another Slice Engineering hot end unless they sponsor
I
me.
had a Magnum just sitting around for
What about
this.
the
I am
Magnum
not putting
Prime?
$300.
Oh God!
I
I'm not
want one
spending
of those, but
$1,000 on that. Hot
Yeah,
end.
I don't-
Crazy?
even
They had it at
$300 for a
Earth.
mosquito. Oh god.
It's $8.99 right now.
They had it at Earth on a
Only $8.99?
massive.
Yeah, see?
Man,
They could do-
everything's moving to ceramic heater. I don't
This is
see
true.
Slice continuing much unless they come out with something with ceramic heater on it. Man, a $15 bamboo replacement hot end can keep up with a Magnum.
They're doing
And it's
ceramic
half the weight.
insulators. I think their whole trick is the ceramic insulator, right?
Yes.
But and the standoffs, right? They're also using like a copper alloy or something.
Yeah, the bimetallic heat break and standoffs and all that shit. My problem
But even
is,
Creality, you can get like a Creality like
Whoa,
bimetallic
whoa! You
this
saying
is-
their metallic heat breaks are bi?
this is $15.
Knew that was coming.
Not with the fan.
Oh,
Nice.
No, it's not. With the fan, it's 24.
Okay. Well, without
Just-
the fan,
just-
this is $15.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
get
now you
nothing
can get
for
the
are you
new
talking about the
bamboo
bamboo or the
insulator.
knockoff one?
the bamboo one.
But there's something that's like a generic version of that.
But anyway, so
Yeah.
$25 for a fully. It's got the fan and everything on it. Really easy to integrate, and these things print just fucking insane.
Nice.
Well,
I'm actually,
got a really long melt zone.
I guess I should have put that on the air
That's the
instead
trick.
of the
I mean-
other
Yep.
hot end. We can still
You
do
can't
it.
change the nozzle on it.
I just designed my cow
This
dangler.
one actually is a clone with a changeable nozzle.
That's what I mean. There's a clone
that's
that
a
has
CHT nozzle clone
That's
thingy.
cool.
And then you've got the E3D like Obsidian version that just came out.
I'm not buying anything that says Obsidian because they told me the nozzle X was the last nozzle.
I know
they'll
you
ever
told me
buy.
about that.
No,
No, I
the
took
diamond.
this,
The Diamondback is the only nozzle
Yes.
you'll ever need in your life.
I have a tungsten
Until
carbide
they-
tip nozzle that was custom made and it still hasn't worn at all. So I don't.
I have brass nozzles that I haven't ever worn through, so I don't understand what people are talking about.
I
I'm a
guess
big
I
fan-
don't.
Glow in the dark with carbon
I'm a big
fiber.
fan of the DLC cutting because I've seen what it can do in industrial applications.
Oh, DLC is awesome, but
It's
like
insane.
I don't. Is that what the Obsidian is? Because that's
Yeah.
not the same.
Yeah,
Oh, that
it's
is
DLC.
cutting?
It is.
Oh, well, yeah. Then it's nothing special.
Yeah. I mean,
The process is hard, but I mean, it's specialized. But
yeah, they had to. The reason it took them so long was getting the process right.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, it's basically diamond on the surface. You know, it's like the Diamondback, but instead of the whole metal being that, it's just a
it's a few
couple micron thin coating of it.
Yeah. I mean, the
Don't
Diamondback
print
has
any metal fill
the
with
thermal the thermal capabilities of the Diamondback are probably what are the nice part about it. But you're paying a huge premium for that.
Yeah.
Did you get that at Earth?
I did.
Nice. I asked them and they wouldn't. So
What? Wouldn't sell you what?
E3D was selling
one
them.
of those.
Yes. You
can get 0.4, 0.6. They did not have 0.8. They had 1, and it was on the Diamondback table.
Oh, 0.6 would have been nice.
Yeah, that's what I got was a 0.6.
So I'm thinking I'm probably about to rent a private space at the makerspace to move some of my machines up there, and I'm considering building a. Have you seen the 100?
Yeah.
The
like
Matt, the German Matt guy. Yeah. I'm thinking about building one because I've taken the inventory of the shit that I have laying around, and I can build one for about $100.
100 for $100? That actually sounds like a good video. You should make.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be anything because like I've already got some stuff. Like he advertised working with some manufacturer on Alley for the high-speed motion kit, and it was like $40. And I had $40 in PayPal for doing somebody a favor, and I'm like, I'm buying it. It was like a one-time sale. So like I've got the rods and the linear bearings for a 100 kit here in my hand. But like the remainder of it, what I would have to buy is like another $100.
I love E3D's website. Never works.
But the point of me saying this is the motion part of the motion kit for the 100. You're not going to be able to see it, obviously. It's the
Is
linear...
that IGUS?
No, it's AliExpress.
What's the coating? What is that material?
It's metal. It's just like an anodized bearing.
Oh, is it actual ball bearing? It's
it's actual ball bearing.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like one of those Dryland kind of things.
Dude, this is the nicest feeling ball bearing I've had ever. Like, whoever he got to do these did a really good job.
Are they custom?
Yeah, it's a custom kit for the 100.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and like normal price is like $60, but like he said like the first 100 people to buy one get them for $40. So I'm like, ooh,
wow.
No, I'll find a use for them, and I've come to terms with the fact that I'm never gonna have the time that I want to sit down and design my own version of it. So I'm just gonna build one.
Is the 100? What's the build volume?
Ender 2 Pro size.
So like
180
by 180. Yeah, that's a good size.
Yeah.
180, I think, is like the minimum now that I have the Kingrun KP3, and then like my Delta printer has like essentially that size.
I'm thinking about putting one of these on it because this is going to be lighter than anything else.
Yeah. What's the flow rate? I'm sure you can max it out.
Oh, it's crazy.
I mean, the Revo Roto, they're showing 46 cubic millimeters per second on their like 1.6 millimeter test, but like I know that you can go more.
If it's as good as the Hemera, no one will need to buy it because it's not going to be any good.
Yeah, the Hemera is such a turd.
Yep.
What's the other one though? The Titan Arrow. That's the one I remember using. My Mindel, that was my Mindel 90, better. But it was a pretty good upgrade for the Mindel 90 though, because I was using a Greg's weight extruder and it was smaller and integrated. It took up less space, so like the carriage could be smaller.
I just haven't seen E3D do anything cool. It's like everything. Well, the Revo was kind of cool, but too little, too late because it was all low flow at the time. Everyone was going high flow,
Yep.
and then the high flow option is only CHT, which is fine, but
Yeah.
that's just a band-aid.
I mean, I like the flexibility of Revo.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm using all
swap
Revo
the
just because
nozzles
I don't go fast and they're reliable. So
Yeah,
they're more reliable. They're more reliable than the other Chinese V6 ones.
10 months until they made a hardened nozzle
Well,
version. I was like, come
That
on.
was, that was supply chain.
They should have just had it ready. Like, if you're going to launch a product, it needs to launch
Yeah,
with
well, then everything
the
would have been
brass
delayed
and a
another
hardened.
year.
Well, they released everything this year,
Yep.
but all their stuff is because they made partnerships with other companies.
Yep.
Which
Well,
I
it
mean,
took
it's
them
cool.
6 months to get coordinated with.
I'm actually curious to see if that Prusa is going to work with them after they work with Bamboo now.
Oh, they will eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
at that point, why aren't we just not putting Bamboo slice hot ends on Prusas and replacing their Mark IV extruders?
The way you
whatever they're
attach
called.
the heater cartridge to it sucks. It's crude and basically an engineering nightmare.
Coco, do not walk on the keyboard. Oh God!
Type in change his password.
Change his password.
Encrypt all your drives.
he's gonna turn into Freakazoid.
Hey, that is such a good show.
I totally
It
forgot
was
the
indeed.
premise of that. Other than like,
You
it was like the Animaniacs style. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Why did it not save as what I put it on there
the
as?
Voron walls. See? Got 3 Vorons there now.
You trying to get the 12 printers of Christmas?
Yes, I'm at 9. Technically 10 if you count the one in the garage that was literally like gutted.
I have 6. I could do Hanukkah almost with printers.
Depending if this Sidewinder gives me good results here, I'll officially have 5 back up and running.
Nice.
I technically have 11 in the house with me right now. 12. So it's 10. 11 if you want to count the Hebort I'm building that's not built currently. And 12 if you want to count the Ender 3 that I converted to an EDM, and that was a regrettable purchase.
My second spool of filament.
Like ever or just today?
I think, yeah.
Since you've had the Ender 3?
Yeah.
So last like 6 months. Well, the first 3 months was getting the printer working.
Yeah, no shit.
But it's not like you guys where you print like a million things a day.
Right.
I still have all this filament, and I don't use it. I print very low volume compared to a lot of people. That's
Yeah,
why
I
I have
do
all
too.
this filament. It's just.
I go through spurts.
It's also a lot of variety. Yeah, it's spurts, and then they get burned out, and it's like, I don't want to monitor their printer tonight, and I don't really have a purpose. I don't know. Like, I think I have stuff saved on my printables, but like a lot of times it's like if I don't have a project set right now, I got enough fidget toys that I can like fidget with. But
So Lacey wanted a box or something to carry pills in, because she's real bad about forgetting to take her medicine before she leaves the house.
yeah,
And
pill organization is really tough.
I printed literally what she asked me to print for her. I'll show it to you in just a second. I'm still working the threads in on it. So this is just like basically a backup stash. Little container. Works pretty good.
Yeah, you could fit some jazz cabbage in there.
That's what it's for, right?
Medicine
No,
that she needs to bring with her.
Medicine.
It's literally for pills. We're in a
Oh
legal
wow,
state
that turned
and-
out really good.
we are in a legal state, and she has a medical card. But I wasn't showing you the full thing.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
That's okay now on Twitch, by the way. Everybody,
It's artistic.
it's artistic.
We don't talk about Twitch.
Aren't we on Twitch?
I have
Although
no
if it's
idea.
on YouTube, Justin's channel is gonna get banned.
It isn't banned already?
I don't know. I don't even think anybody has. How many subscribers? 181.
I've got not that many.
We need to pump those numbers.
I don't care. I honestly don't. If I have subscribers, great. If I don't, great.
Oh, you have video of you flying a plane? Who let you fly a plane? Why would anybody let you
I
on
don't know who.
The
Oh,
people
man,
who took his
so-
money?
Yeah, I have 30 hours flying.
Oh,
Where
is
the
this
hell
all,
did
is
that
this-
cow just go?
This is all 30 hours.
You
yeah,
put it out to
not,
pasture.
it's not. All, I didn't record
I like that answer.
every single one. So
So
Here's a recording of playing Jackbox. On your...
yep, that was way back in the Chris Warkaki days.
Oh yeah.
So I have the desire to acquire a new hobby again,
Oh God, here he goes.
Underwear making.
and I can barely wear it.
I'm
What the
liking.
hell am I gonna do to make it?
I'm
Hold
liking
on.
woodworking as a hobby instead of 3D printing. It's more enjoyable, but it's also
I
way
am-
harder.
Share my screen. Wrong screen.
Yeah, that's my screen. You're looking at stupid stuff.
Has anybody seen this website?
No. The Tesla
It
of
is.
flying.
All 3D printed RC airplanes,
Oh yeah, that's a cool hobby.
and they have a whole section for VTOL planes.
Oh nice. Did it actually work?
Oh my God!
Oh, they're
Yes,
literally
they
just
work
drones with
fantastic.
wings. Got it.
So
They're
these have fixed outriggers for the lift propellers, and then one tractor propeller here. This one's got one pusher propeller, but these two, they actually are tilt rotors. They
Are
have
those-
a tail lift rotor, and the two front rotors are tilts.
Are those meant for like hollow wing, like printing, like single wall?
Yeah, basically. Lightweight PLA is what they're designed with, and
Yeah,
they have
lightweight PLA.
carbon fiber tube spars. But
Yeah.
these things fly amazingly well.
You do an FPV camera in there?
18650s for batteries.
That's a lot. Okay. You could probably do long range on that.
They have one model that's got a 90
Oh.
and the trick to it is that they use a separate battery to power the lift. This one with outriggers.
Yeah.
So the lift props have their own small LiPo, and the forward flight is powered off of a bank of 18650s. So you can
Oh.
fully exhaust the forward flight power source, and then you can land on the reserve lift battery.
That's a 1.2 meters is long. That's a wide wingspan. So it probably has a lot of low speed lift. Looks like.
The one I was talking about that's got the 91 mile range has like a 3 meter, 2 meter. I think it's 2 meter wingspan. It's like 7 or 8 foot.
Wow. So those are just using like drone. The
Yeah,
quad.
it's
that go
just drone
forward or
components,
try.
yeah.
Yeah, but these don't have forward. The ones that they're flying are not. Or did they? They don't have the 90-degree pitch tilting.
Yeah, these are tilt rotors.
Oh, okay, so they are tilt rotors. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tom Stanton did that one that like could actually like that. Could
Look, you see
actually
that one
do-
just that one's transitioning.
Okay.
So the transition is super slick. They'll angle like 45, and once their forward speed is up enough, they'll lock out at 90, and the tail rotor will cut off.
Okay. Oh, so they actually go pretty quick once they get in
Yeah.
to airplane mode.
I'll take
That's
2.
awesome. Yeah, that would be cool with an FPV setup.
Well, guys, I'm gonna dip out. It's getting late here.
No.
Have a good night, sir.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
It's been
Bye.
fun.
78 mile an hour max speed.
That's awesome. Yeah, I want to see when you're done with that. Here. This
Are you
is
talking
like-
about me?
kind of my part of what I'm doing, but I got a bunch of walnut and I've been cutting and gluing up the boards, and I'm doing coasters and charcuterie boards and other things that I could do with walnut. So I'm kind of diving deep in the walnut scene.
Just remember, if you're doing cutting boards, you got to do end grain.
If I tell them it's a serving board charcuterie, I could actually do ingrain walnut, but
I mean,
that sounds
it's
like a lot
easy
of
to
work.
glue up. No, I mean it's just strips on their side. That's it, and then glue them together.
No, you're talking like ingrain is the end of the
Yeah,
this,
that.
but you cut it and then you glue it up. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could do an ingrain walnut ingrain, but like that's a lot more work than me just cutting a solid
Correct.
piece. That's why they're getting charcuterie boards, because I don't expect them to use these as cutting boards. They can if they want. I don't care. I'm gonna probably still use a walrus oil or mineral oil, or I'm just gonna do basic wax, like food safe finish.
Not a bad idea.
I'd love to see a waxed Mitch.
A wax what?
A
How many
waxed
metric
Mitch.
mission-
It would just look like me, but even paler and shinier.
I'm just
Yes.
saying that I've been to some like wax museums, and none of them are good. Like,
Yeah, it's easy to do my face though. You just get one of those like styrofoam, like get a balloon, do paper mache, and then get a bunch of like plastic clay,
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
and then like
how many metric,
get
metric
a really
Mitches
crappy
of
wig,
wax
and then
would
just
take?
mess up the hair, and then
How
there
many
you go. And
metric
then
Mitches?
I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna say like I'm.
get
you know-
a child sized mannequin, put the head on it, put a 3D printing shirt on, and there you go. You have a replica.
What is it?
I have a 3D scan if you want one. I can send it to you. You can use it as a reference.
Political wise, I don't really divulge that information publicly, but I will say I have seen a wax statue of Trump, and it was like, no matter if you like
It
the
was
guy or
good.
not, it was super disrespectful. It was so bad.
Well, all the president ones are. I mean, a lot of them. Like
Well, the
the
Hall of Presidents at Disney. That's
the
where
Ripley's Believe It or
is.
Not ones are not bad. The one in Arlington,
Yeah,
that
I never got
place
to go
is,
to that.
that one's pretty good. But last time I went, we either wanted too much. I don't remember. It's kind of stupid, but I didn't end up going. But I went a long time ago, and I remember it being kind of creepy because wax statues are like after that movie from the 80s. I forgot what it was called, but the wax, the one at the mall where all the mannequins come to life.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah, that one.
Mannequin?
Yeah,
So,
there's mannequin, but it's like she's a mannequin, and the guy
Yes.
falls in love with the mannequin girl. But there's another one that was like it was either a Twilight Zone or a creep show or Tales of the Crypt. It was one of those that I think I remember where the guy was getting chased by mannequins that were wax figures, and they started melting. Why is this? I don't know. It's
I mean,
weird.
there's a movie called Waxworks, which is about
Waxworks.
There's also House of Wax.
the House of Wax.
Thank you, Paris Hilton. I guess Rob Zombie. That was
Oh,
the thing
Rob
that
Zombie.
happened.
Him and his Monsters movie was so
I-
bad.
I'd rather just dig through the witches and burn them.
Yeah. I actually was looking that up because I'm gonna
And
I'm
wear
gonna
some
stream
britches.
I'm trying to stream the Matrix on because I want to do like a deep dive in the Matrix, and that song is like the first time I think I remember ever hearing it.
For the
Watching
very
the movies.
first time.
One of my favorite things to do is watch videos on Facebook of people carving things like prime rib and then going through the comments and people complaining that it's undercooked.
Was it
So-
waxwork or something else?
It's definitely a hobby that no one cares about.
I watch a lot of cooking YouTube, but I never read the comments because I want nothing to do with YouTube comments. That is
I love
basically
watching B.
Twitter
Dylan
light.
Hollis. So B. Dylan Hollis, the baking yesteryear guy, I really enjoy his stuff.
Baking yesterday. Does do like old cuisine?
Hey, Mitch.
Yeah, he does like old cookbooks and stuff. It's really
Oh.
good.
I watch Tasting History with Max Miller. He does like
Oh, I watched a little
13th
bit of that.
century cookbooks.
Yeah,
That does look good, actually. House of Wax. He also
Hey,
did
Mitch.
the other one, the Rob Zombie horror movie. What was it called? The Devil's
Which
Rejects.
one?
That's the one.
Oh, that was actually okay.
Yeah.
I like the Devil's Rejects. I also have like an affinity for Sid, whatever the hell his name is.
Sid Vicious.
Where are you gonna show me, Zach?
Look at the
Sid
link I
Vicious
put
is
in
a
the
wrestler,
Yes.
private chat.
isn't he?
Yes.
From like the 90s.
Yes.
I thought Tripod was getting in here.
No. Yes.
Oh.
Sid Haig.
Right.
It's Sid Haig.
Mm.
Doctor, the guy, the
Doctor
clown.
Who?
5-hour fly time.
Isn't that
5.5
crazy?
hour. 300 kilometers an hour. That's pretty
No.
cool.
Yeah, that's not one of their designs. That's a different design. But
Oh.
the distance, the
300 kilometers. Wow. But how does your radio? Unless you autonomously do it.
So here's what I just printed. I just designed these in Tinkercad.
186 miles.
I don't even know what that is because it's so close to the screen it won't focus.
Focus.
Oh, your cow
Think
catcher
like a marionette handle, sort of, kind
for
of.
cows, for tiny printed cows.
Oh,
Are you
Has it-
gonna print? You're gonna paint these, right?
I don't know. I might just leave the cows the way they are.
You should print them.
Hang on.
Paint them.
I'll paint your cows.
Okay.
Why'd that sound dirty?
I know, right?
It is me.
It's Justin's
Oh,
stream.
yes.
We can get him.
Yeah,
we can get him
I don't
demonetized, right?
care. I'm not monetized. I'll never be monetized at this rate.
Well, obviously. Can we play copyright music too while we're at it?
No.
Okay.
That results in an instant ban.
Are we gonna do a we could do
I
Be
need to
right
buy more
back.
Vision
karaoke,
Miner.
like a
Yes.
StreamYard karaoke.
Okay, guys, I gotta go to bed. It is 37 minutes past my bedtime.
Do you have a bedtime? What are you, 7?
11.
Dude, I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning
Yeah.
for work,
He actually works.
and it's 11:30 right now.
Just quit your job.
They pay me $40 an hour to play in Mastercam.
Just
But
tell them
That
to
is a lot.
leave you alone tomorrow.
And I just barely graduated in high school, and I do not have any kind of training after, just on the job.
You don't need a college degree. That's
Can
a
you be
silly
a-
thing.
$40
can you
an
be a-
hour to be a CNC programmer.
Can you be a contractor? Do that for contract work? Be a
Yeah,
master
but contract work sucks.
Oh, really? Well, depends on
Yeah.
what you're doing, I guess.
I gotta have benefits. Without benefits, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yes,
$30,000 a
Yeah.
year for my insulin.
That's how they all get us is the medical benefits.
Yeah,
So
Go to sleep, old man.
I'm working on it.
That beard isn't going to get its luscious luster if you stay up too late.
you should,
Like,
just
she's not
shave,
here,
you should
or-
shave it off like Grant and
He didn't shave his beard.
He
Just
shaved his head.
Well,
Or, well,
not
he
even
cut his hair.
shaved. They buzz cutted it. Yeah.
it's going
I'm,
great.
wor-
'cause
I'm
of-
working on a skunk stripe.
That's great. One gray hair for every year you work at that job.
No, there's something else causing this to go gray, but I really don't want to get Justin kicked off, so we won't
I
discuss it.
agree. Go with that.
Yeah. He likes the clam.
Sure.
He's a clam digger.
That's why I never got my front teeth fixed.
Oh,
You can get a gold grill.
No,
Just
it's
3D print a new
so
one.
expensive. It's
Is
so fucking expensive.
Yeah, dental work is really expensive.
My dad was a dentist. I know.
Yeah, it's gotten even more.
What, he quit being a dentist?
Well, he's
probably
pretty much
retired.
retired.
Dude, I was looking at my dental insurance today, and I've got a lifetime maximum for orthodontic work at $1,500.
What?
Yeah,
That's basically like you can't even get dental work ever. Like
well, that's
Those are just yearly
specifically
checkups.
Orthodontics.
Oh,
That's
orthodontics,
not. That's
yeah.
not like. So
yeah,
I
it sounds like somebody's
believe-
going to Mexico when they have enough money saved.
Yeah, man. That may be what I do next Christmas.
Or become
We'll
Canadian.
see.
Yeah.
Dude, if they would let me in with all of my animals, it would be a no-brainer.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
there's
absolutely.
no way.
A lot of us would
There's
take
no
that too.
way. Yeah, no, we're stuck here with our zoo. Let's see, how many do we have now?
4.
We could do a Maker Island in the Bahamas.
So, I don't even have just 4 cats. I have 4 dogs, 7 cats,
Mm.
2 snakes,
Mm.
and 5 lizards.
Mm.
How did they not eat each other?
Actually, 5 geckos. It's 2 leopard geckos, 2 crested geckos, and a Leachianus gecko.
Oh, you go to reptile shows, don't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
The Leachianus gecko's cool. He's going to be like a pound, and like the size of my hand. But the snakes are small. They won't ever get more than like 3 or 4 feet.
Can you get a dragon? What are those things called?
Komodo dragon?
Dragon.
No,
That's not legal.
I don't think it's illegal, but
I don't think he wants to die.
I don't have the room for it.
Mm.
So I have an 800 square foot house with all of those animals in it.
That's what I was
and-
wondering. You got too many
And
animals
12
for your...
3D printers in that 800 square foot house.
You might as well just put each animal in each printer
Yeah,
and be like, look at how good my prints
turn
are.
them in the little cages.
Right.
Like,
High quality prints there.
Yeah. Very realistic.
And a back.
I don't know. Patrick has a cat carrier that's also doubles as a printer.
You
Actually,
missed the discussion.
is she on it
of-
right now? She's on
No.
the printer, or is that a desk?
Are you talking about my cat?
Yeah.
She's on her cat tree.
Oh, you actually have a place for the cat. Yeah.
Yeah, my cats have their own
Aw.
room.
Their own room.
Woof.
Yeah.
So
do
these
you-
indeed will be black cows with white spots.
Black
I
cows
got
with
chocolate
white
milk.
spots instead of white spots with black
Good
cows.
night.
Good night.
But
Do you have white paint pens?
no, I have a sponge and I have acrylic paint and a palette because apparently I have everything I ever need.
See, he has an original palette. I have just a palette too. So.
I have an
It-
original
but-
palette.
But
Plus.
his palette is a much better solution because it's a direct color to the filament instead of changing filament and taking forever.
Do you remember that company that was going to make that filament that they could dye the filament inside the hot end?
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
There
They
was
have
the
basically-
there was the
still
diamond
have
hot end that was supposed to be a mixing hot end. I haven't seen anybody really use that.
I did see the mixing hot end.
And then I have seen Da Vinci did like an inkjet that would inkjet on natural PLA for each layer, and then also the Sharpie. I've seen the Sharpie, mixers, but to me, like designing a model to be painted afterwards, or I don't know. I understand the idea of the AMS kind of stuff, but I don't know.
For me,
Just-
the AMS is neat. It can't do multi-material, which is kind of
Yeah.
sad. But it's still very slow.
Yeah, I get
That's
it.
where the XL is just so cool because there is no wait time minus a small purge. It's not even a purge; it's more of a nozzle or hot end stabilization, and then it goes right back to printing the 5 colors because you've got multi-tool head. But we're still a long way away from some kind of technology that can multicolor efficiently, quickly, and inexpensively.
Yeah. I mean, right now the XL is the best way commercially, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take a 5-head XL. I just need to sell another kidney.
And you're going to put that on a backpack?
Sure. I'm going to have so many
Remember.
backpacks at the end of the... I already have 2 backpacks that are printers that I just don't use. Like, basically between events, I don't use them to print anything. Because
Remember, these are your happy little cows.
yeah, the backpack printer, like, that's just gonna sit in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
That one just needs to be stripped. The Aris just needs to be stripped and put in the closet. I'm gonna throw the frame away.
Oh no, the cat's getting ready to pounce on you from above.
Yeah, that's my ladder to get upstairs to sleep. She loves sitting on. She'll fall asleep on there. I'm like, one of these days you're gonna just tumble.
I think I need
Do you have a tiny home?
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
Well,
I can give you like a quick tour as soon as I'm done.
it
dabbing
takes
this
like
cow.
2 frames of the camera to show the whole thing.
Wow, thanks, Mitch.
I've seen enough of. I've actually seen the whole progression since you got the.
And
That
you
shit.
got to admit the progression has been good.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
pretty good.
I keep finding ways to upgrade things to be more space saving because I am a sucker for what's that store I go to every day? Goodwill. Comes in handy though, so I can't complain.
You're the king of thrifts for sure. You got like everything.
Oh, look
buy
at
and
that
sell
Voron
stuff.
keyboard mat.
Yeah,
I have one of those.
I like it. Ooh, okay.
This was actually a really good idea to paint these like this.
You're welcome. I have all the best ideas. I just don't execute on any of them myself.
There has to be
Yeah.
an idea guy.
Yeah,
There's
I'm the
not-
idea guy.
Yes.
I get paid about as much as the idea guy usually gets.
Justin is the doer.
Ah,
I mean,
Yeah.
considering I'm close to finishing another freaking printer.
Yeah.
I would like to build more printers. I just don't have any.
So, Mitch, do you
desire
feel
to do it.
bad? 350 Voron 2.4, 350 Trident, 250 Trident.
I'll take a Trident off your hands.
No, I'm good.
I'll take
Mhm.
anything off of anyone that's not an Ender 3.
I can't help you there. 'Cause I don't have it.
Chris probably has a couple things from like
20
2008.
years ago. Yeah.
I do. I have a Taz.
Ooh,
I've
What?
heard Taz's
5?
were good when they came
they
out.
used to be. They used to be
The Taz one.
Yeah,
No.
they used to be good.
I think it was a Taz
Used
5.
to.
It was-
That's when they were
Is that
here
the
in my town.
Lulzbots version of the original like Mendel?
yeah.
I gotta go clean things.
I don't even know how that company still exists.
Lulzbot?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not Aleph Objects anymore. They're South Dakota.
Yeah.
I mean, they are kind of sticking to their original roots, but not really. But I mean, they're still open source and they're still made in the U.S.
It's like
Right.
$4,000
Gotta
for a
give it to
printer
them.
that is slow and works sometimes.
Yeah, but they're moving to like Clipper and modern stuff, and They got commercial clients. But yeah, the Taz 5. I remember helping a friend with his Taz 5, and it was a decent printer. It's just it is a pretty clunky printer, but it was it had
Tool head
its
weighs like
issues.
500 grams.
Well, that's what I mean. It's a decent printer, but it is very overbuilt.
With a Greg's weight extruder on it.
Yep, I remember working on that.
Yeah.
I think
I have an SL1 and washing station.
Oh, nice. How'd you get that?
I was a beta tester.
Oh, nice. That's probably one of the nicest Prusa printers they got, but they're way overpriced for resin.
They are very expensive. But it does run a custom Linux operating system on a 64-bit processor.
Yeah.
It's an A64
like I said,
chip.
it is a nice resin printer, but it's like it got quickly outran over by all the
everything.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to. I think in like the SLA world, it's kind of hard to compete with anything that isn't like the Elegoo's and.
All right, here comes your quick 2-minute tour.
The cat,
Yes.
like
Hold on.
the ladder.
hold
that
on.
ladder like
Everyone
goes
look-
across.
All right. So 90% of my space is taken up by tools because I work on everything. So that's all tools, and over there is tools and a refrigerator. I have a pretty commercial oven. I have a microwave. I have an induction cooktop, a griddle. This is a Murphy table. I need to get better at hinges, but
pull it out and you got a table.
Well, yeah, but not only that, that's an old bunk bed ladder, and I use it as like a pantry, so it all folds up. This is my desk at the moment. So
it's a prison TV.
Yeah, that is a prison TV.
Prison TV, and then you have the sound bar on top of it on the runner pointing downwards. So you have a whole entertainment center. Got it.
Yeah, and that folds up out of the way if I don't want it there.
Nice.
So I have a cat who is just staring at nothing right now. But that's a Goodwill find. It's a 32-inch TV I paid $20 for, and it's a Roku Smart TV.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, they slipped up that day because now they have boat anchors in there, and they want $50 for them.
And the Ender 3 is on drawers that have, so
no,
that has actual storage.
No, the Ender 3 is on a coffee table now.
Oh, okay.
So
but you have a storage drawer underneath it, so you can store stuff
books and stuff.
You know the Ender 3 has a pull-out drawer, right, for tools?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but all my extra printer parts are in there.
And then the cable holder was a pretty cool.
This is a shoe thing from Walmart, and I have a label maker, so I know every cord that I have, and I can grab it quickly if I need it. That's underwear and socks. This thing comes out of the wall.
It's a TV. That's a TV mount, right? That you.
What that? It's an actual clothes rack. That's what it's.
Oh, it's a clothes rack, but it's a folding articulating one.
Yeah. I got all the. I don't have paneling yet, but that's the next thing I'm working on. I'm doing all this without having like an income, and
you got most of the insulation like pretty much on all the walls. It looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, I just need to get the paneling next. That's like $15 to $30 a sheet, depending on what I do.
Are you gonna do hardboard or that white stuff?
I'm probably gonna just do that crap you see in every 1980s trailer home.
Oh god, I hate that stuff. Do the white paneling because it would make the space real open.
Here's some of my recent art. This is a Kmart receipt in the shape of a K.
There we go.
I know, right? Actually, when I picked this table up at the dump last week, this receipt fell out of it. I was like, I'm going to do something with this.
What was the date on it?
2015.
So I'm surprised they still have Kmart's out there.
Some Legos back there. It's the T-Rex Escape.
Where's the Buffalo from? Is that like a laser?
No, the Buffalo. Oh, wait, that. Yeah, that's a gift from my buddy Jonathan.
Yeah, he does
Trapezius
laser.
trinkets.
He's
So-
the one who sold me my laser. So
Yeah.
he did all. That's pretty much like he made this whole like.
And that's
business
my
off of
cross
it.
stitch that I did. It's Baby Godzilla
Is
terrorizing
that
Austin.
letter with a picture? What is that from?
What that? That's
Yeah.
my grandfather's obituary.
Oh,
No.
So he's hanging out around here somewhere. Got Popeye.
hopefully.
I printed one of those.
I'm obsessed with these
Oh, those
stupid little rooms from where are they from? Hobby Lobby for like $6. It
Yeah,
takes
those are
2
cool.
hours, and I hate that I support Hobby Lobby, but at the same time, nobody sells them.
And that radio, isn't that radio functional, or it's an oscilloscope?
No,
or
that's a
something?
battery eliminator.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
like that's like an old school power supply is what that is. So and up there, 90% of that is tools. Like I have a $300 Craftsman set up there. I have a $200 Dremel set. But I keep a cheap Dremel.
You used to have
here.
a ton of Dremel stuff.
I did. Dremel
Yeah.
actually sent me a bunch of shit because I have had a bunch of Dremels. before
You
it got
were
divorced.
briefly an influencer, right?
So this is one of
Oh,
the
wow.
things they sent me many years ago.
Hell yeah.
Keep hold of it.
That's it.
There's actually a patch in here too. It's of a Dremel tool.
We need to help you get a Dremel 3D printer,
I want
even though it's like a crappy flash forge.
is
from
as
6 years
bad
ago.
as it is. You know that I've been wanting one just to have one. So yeah, this I found last week. There was a sewing table here, and I got rid of it because I found this at Goodwill for $5, and I was like, that solves a lot of issues.
Hell yeah.
It actually is a really good space saver. I occasionally have people come over. This is one of the chairs I found for $5 at Goodwill. It's only scratched because my cat does not know how to not dig its claws into things. Another stool that was $3. Like, I don't know. It's just space saving stuff I'm good at finding. So, like, there's all my tools on magnet strips. So
I love watching those videos of Japanese tiny like living spaces where everything's
Yeah.
like folds out and
well,
it's like multi-purpose.
well, that's just like this. This is a silverware drawer organizer, and I was like, you know what? I can use that as like trinket shelves.
Trinket
So-
shelves. Yeah,
Mhm.
it makes sense.
Got the Texas Robot Combat chip up there.
Yeah, which is a poker chip we put stickers on because I did
Yeah.
the original batch. I laser cut all this individual acrylic coins you give the winner at the robot competitions, and that was a ton of work. That was like hours and hours and hours of me laser cutting and then cleaning every acrylic piece. And then I think we just got to the point where we're just like, okay, we're gonna use poker chips.
This is a miter box for hobbies. I didn't design this, but I did design this. It's a wire bender that you can attach to your workbench.
Heck yeah.
Pegs come in and out. So if you're bending wire or you're doing jewelry, it's just something useful to have around.
Didn't you make a little Dremel like joiner
Yeah, I have a Dremel joiner and
for tiny pieces of wood? Like you go.
so yeah. I mean, it's
I
not
hate
bad.
joiners. I used the one yesterday and it like ruined the piece that I was trying to work on.
Oh,
I
for
think-
anybody who's curious, the bathroom and water situation, like I live on my mom's property and it's like 10 feet out the door and I have access
No,
24 hours a
he
day.
just pees outside.
There's just a cup.
You just shower outside too. right?
Hashtag bucket.
Yeah.
Hashtag bucket list.
Well, you see those see those van lifers, and you realize that like half those van lifers they do not have a toilet. Like they are probably peeing outside too.
My friends do the bus thing and they got a composting toilet.
That makes
Gross.
sense, but you still got to dump it. And then when you shower, you still got to like shower outside. So if it's freezing, and you got to have a way to get hot water. I mean,
Oh, Justin, you got messages
Where? Oh,
in chat.
did you get rated?
yes, I saw that. I
just
saw your ticket come through, Pete.
I accidentally just burned my butt on my heater.
Oh no! People going
That's
to Rocky
okay, you don't need the
Mountain.
butt.
We should limit the amount of people that go to Rocky Mountain just because.
Right?
Well, there's only one
Hey,
person that
Ian,
can't go to the
Do
Rocky
you want a
Mountain.
link to the stream, Ian? You're going to want to be there for more than 2 nights, but that's
Yeah,
all good.
Patrick, you need to figure out a way to like car jack. What do you call it?
Right.
Where you like get rides for free.
You mean hitchhike?
Yeah,
Is that
you
what
should
you're going for?
You should hitchhike here, and then I will drive you to Rocky Mountain and back.
There you go.
I mean, it's not a completely awful idea.
Yeah. You have to fit. Well, now that I have a new car that has more space, I think I can actually take people. If anybody
Right.
lives in the Midwest that wants to come to St.
Yeah,
Louis and ride
You're
with
going to
me.
need to bring printers, though.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Zach, I'm sending you a Discord message for your.
No, I'm just bringing a backpack. If I can get a backpack printer that is functional by that time with the KP3, I will be happy. Once I get more money, I'm gonna order stuff on Amazon. But I'm doing the relay. I have a couple MOSFET boards, a 4-channel ADC, so I can do voltage sensing, and then a current sensor, and a Pi Pico, and some capacitors. It's gonna be my switching board. So I'm gonna prototype with a bunch of cheap
There's the
Amazon
bucket.
stuff.
Bucket.
Yeah, that's the bucket.
It's actually the lamp.
It's a craft. What was it supposed to be? A vase?
No, it's just a lamp. Like this is how it was.
Oh, it actually was
brand new.
okay.
Yeah, like it still had the silica.
You're gonna paint the UFO part to make it look more like a UFO. You should
No.
3D print a thing that goes over it that makes it look like a UFO.
No,
and then
thank
put
you. Quit feature creeping my
And
lamp.
then put a green LED in there so that it like makes it look cooler.
I was actually thinking about the LED.
Vanished.
Your makerspace word of the day, folks. Feature
Yeah,
creep.
Friday and Saturday are probably the best time to be at Rocky Mountain, but it really would be fun to be at Thursday. Thursday if you can make it. Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday nights are our unofficial dinner.
What you cooking for us, Justin?
Nothing.
He's gonna
Nothing?
cook hot dogs in the back parking lot, and we're all gonna.
I want some matzo ball soup.
That sounds great. We could get air fryer and run it off an inverter in the back of your car.
Mm-hmm.
And
Or off your backpack.
I could set this. I could set this up. I could do a backpack air fryer. That won't be dangerous.
Just walk around filling fresh meats.
Yeah, I can cook brats and as the oil is like streaming down my back and burning me.
Oh, this is actually pretty clear line for $2 at Walmart. Surprising.
She's a monofilament. Oh.
Hey, Steve. Do you want a link, Steve? I'm sure it's late, but if you'd like to join for a few minutes, feel free. Sorry, I'm copying and pasting links like everywhere. Book the embassy suite, Steve, if you're even gonna book. There's the link in case you. Oh, no. I dropped the link right as you said it, but that's okay.
Oh man, I forgot about the angry beavers.
How do you forget about that? It's like one of the best shows.
I know,
Yeah.
that was one of the better. Yeah,
The hotel.
Nord.
Yeah, no.
Daggett.
Daggett, that's right.
Norbert and Dag.
Oh, the one was the neurotic one, and one was the cool one, like the odd
Gotcha,
couple.
Pete.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Mm-hmm. It's
And of
on
course the SWAT Cats, because
Paramount
has-
Plus.
Cats.
That's all on Paramount because it's Cartoon Network.
Mitch, do you think Jatman would want to come to Rocky Mountain or no?
You should ping him.
Well, I'll just send him a quick drop.
He's in
Drop
California. I know he has a pretty tough situation, so I should ask him. I would like to see him. I haven't seen him since like Murph like a million years ago. Yeah, good old Murph.
That's near me.
Yeah, I know. That's why the only reason I'm going to be going.
It's 3 hours for me
What?
Murph.
to Murph.
Oh yeah. Wish I could get you out here.
Oh,
You'd have
to
a blast.
Murph.
Rocky, yeah.
You'd have so much fun.
Oh man, how's the turnout looking this year?
Last
You're
year we
gonna
had
be
30.
packed.
Yeah, last year we had 3,500 people in
Alexa,
18,000 square feet.
I think even when you double the square footage, I don't think you're going to get like double the people. But
No, I'm looking. If we
If you
match
could
the
get-
same amount, if I
if
even
you-
hit the same amount, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna have more. We already have 800 people signed up.
I think you can
Damn.
get 4,000 through the door.
We'll find out.
But 40,000 square feet with that many people is actually pretty decent.
36,000 square feet of freaking massive amounts of space.
That's about what the Dallas Makerspace is. It's a little.
Yeah, it's huge. It's 2 halls, but it's
Yeah.
combined. It's connected. So
Well, I'm glad I'm only gonna have the backpack printer so I can hide.
right.
I need to have. If I get a little Power Wheels, can I bring it and
Yes.
just ride the Power Wheels?
Yeah, as
around?
long as you don't
Okay.
run into anyone, I'm perfectly fine.
Well,
with
that's
that.
why I'm not using the one wheel.
I'm bringing a bicycle.
You should.
The
I'll let
one
you
from
ride
the movie
around
Saw.
outside. There you go. If you bring it, I'll let you.
Yeah,
run
you
I
want
mean,
to play a
outside.
little game?
Yeah, there you go. I could dress up like that guy. Saw.
I'll dress up as one of those inflatable dinosaurs, and no one will know it's me
Right.
until I rip myself out of it because those things get so hot.
Have you been following the Portal being ported to the N64?
No.
This guy is porting. He's basically making Portal, but for the N64, and it runs on native hardware, and it's crazy. It's just crazy. Like, here, I'll share. This is my show and tell because I have a lot of them, but here we go.
Repulsion
see it?
gel.
There you go. Yeah, like he legit has like this is actually it running on N64 hardware. He has
So,
language
basically made
support,
GoldenEye.
Rumble support. He added the original menus. He has actual like GLaDOS sound and stuff. He turned on optimization because he talks about C optimization because he didn't have optimization on. But like he does a lot of, he talks about a lot of tricks. James Lambert is his name, but he talks about a lot of tricks on how to do like Z culling and stuff where you like it only loads the objects it has to load, and Z buffering, and how it loads textures with limited texture in memory, because the RAM is actually the memory is the slowest part of it, and also it's I think it's limited to 4 kilobytes of texture
gigabits.
memory that you can like run at a single time. So there's a lot of like like you could do not palette swaps, but like where you swap the sections of the memory and then reload, so depending on where you are, you can swap it to different texture palettes. But yeah, he talks about Z buffering. So instead of having to have it detect if all the objects individually get rendered, he just has it so that there's a hierarchy of what objects actually end up getting rendered on the screen based on where it is in the frame. So it's just this guy goes in like I wish I knew more about C, because I would love to make more like N64 games.
There's a lot of homebrew Not,
Yeah, I
not
mean that's
the
what I mean. The
N64, 'cause
homebrew
that's
for
a tough one to
N64.
develop.
Oh, it's really tough. It's but man,
It
this just
happens when you
looks
have
so
two
good.
32-bit architectures and pretend it's 64.
Well, yeah, that's essentially what it is. Yeah. Well, it's 64-bit memory addressing, but it only does a lot of the math and stuff in 32-bit. I don't think the actual ALU is 32-bit. I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
I
I play a lot of
like,
retro gaming, but
yeah,
I never really got into the
development would be
development.
really cool. Oh, this is the other thing he did. So he's using like a lot of the texture mapping capabilities of squishing, a 10 kilobyte or 4K sprite, and then figuring out like what tiles get mapped, to what texture, and so you can do a lot of the swapping of textures. But like the final result, is just amazingly good. Like here, he's actually dynamically loading textures, high resolution textures, using the limited texture maps on the. But isn't that crazy? He's doing it on like original hardware. I just like game development nerd stuff is awesome. I just wish I knew more about it. Like I can appreciate it. I can appreciate other people's work, but I definitely have not even made my own game yet. So I think the most I did was like Dark Basic in college, and like I started to learn Unity, and then I wish I would have stuck with it. But I guess I still can, but I wouldn't use Unity anymore after all the stuff going on.
Oh no, CMP is the fire department will shut it down. 2-packed. Oh.
Yep. That's wrong.
The Naked Ron project?
Yes. Chris, so the whole, firmware thing you were telling me about, I'm freaking fighting it with this new board right now. Just everything I do doesn't work.
Well, that's what happens when the new board comes out for Clipper. It takes time.
That's
how it is for Marlin too, unless someone.
Yeah, but I'm gonna message Jason like, dude, what the?
Oh, do you have the new LDO board? Is that what you're talking
Leviathan?
About? I do.
Oh yeah.
It's just misbehaving.
Oh, it doesn't work. Yeah.
Well, the documentation sucks.
So what are you gonna do with it?
It's in the new Trident.
Oh, nice.
If I can get it to work. I'm having issues flashing it. I've ran through Catapult bootloader. I've ran through the Clipper firmware install, following all the directions. And
did you ask for consent first?
No. And Catapult flashed just fine. Clipper is not properly.
Well, you're a beta tester.
I was able to get the CAN side to flash, but not the USB side. Yeah, I'm doing USB because I'm running CAN bus on this printer.
If anybody's curious as to what I'm doing, I'm using a heater to straighten out the fishing line. So,
I need to check the bootloader status.
So the board is in a collaboration with JNP, Voron Designs, and LDO. So if it was with Voron, why didn't they do like extreme documentation for it before it released?
Careful, Steve's on the channel.
I'm asking an honest question.
I don't know.
It's one of those things where it's like you see that a lot in what project was I working on? I can't remember what it was. Every time I went to go look something up, there wasn't documentation for it.
It sounds like a lot of printer projects. That's
unheard
of.
There we go. Got it.
God, I like Linux CNC's been around for like 20 years, and I still have a hard time finding information about.
We're good. Never mind, Steve. We're good. I didn't do the double tap of SW1. That works.
Double tap SW1.
Yes.
That doesn't even make sense. That shouldn't
be. It's a switch. It's the little.
Oh, the reset switch, right? Or is there a switch on board?
Oh, my entire printer CFG just vanished. Oh, you bastards!
Do you don't have 50,000 backups? Like,
well, it's a new printer.
Oh,
fresh printer. I'll just pull the Leviathan one and reconfigure.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go
what you said. If you want to
raw.
fix Clipper, you just delete your config, start all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got to just put everything.
That was kind of my issue with the Trident build is LDO provides like a Clipper config, but the Clipper config isn't set up to use the recommended nozzle cleaning brush. It doesn't have any of the, like it should delete, like, did you add it? Just, include, like, just delete the little excludes, the little hashtaggers, and oh, look, now the brush works. Because there's a lot of things, and like there was nothing really for the nothing that came with for the NeoPixels on the stealth printer. So you had to go through a whole nother project to get that installed. I mean, it's in the kit, so you're going to build it with it. So it should have documentation for it, or also just be in the config or another config for it, which I end up having to do.
The LDO kits usually do take some
a little extra
combining. Yeah, just because it's always kind of pieced together.
Because that was my issue with the first Voron I ever built. The documentation was non-existent.
Right.
I mean,
I think the more
like,
common ones are pretty good. Like if you're building a stock Trident or a stock V0.2, like the documentation is really good. But if you're doing any kind of mods, usually the mods have one GitHub page, and if you're lucky, have a decent README. But
yeah, because that was my issue back in the day. Because I built a V0.
The original, like a V0.0.
Yeah, and it was, I think it was a 0.1 actually.
Yeah,
and the
0.1
documentation
needed
was
some work. Yeah,
it was better, but like it was rough. And then
V0.2 fixed a lot of issues I noticed.
And then I was talking to Justin. I was like, it's still like, look at the competition that we have now in 3D printers. Like, Voron isn't going to sell to consumers, which is, I don't know what its target market is.
Not consumers.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, it's still not. I just built a preset.
Their assumption is that you know what you're doing with printers before you.
Dude, I know what I'm doing with printers, and it's still like I'm wrapping my head against a wall.
Yeah,
and it's like it shouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's not Prusa. I mean, Prusa not having good documentation would be one more nail in the coffin.
Remember, Voron's not a company, so
I keep hearing that. I just take that as I'm not trying to be mean. I take that as an excuse. Like Voron looks like a company. It has it itself doesn't have products, but its product that it's created through the community's
it's a community
is for sale in shops that you go to, and
correct, but they're
on other forums promoting it.
Then that also would be on the actual resellers.
Correct. So if
helping
they
make the documentation that's more compatible with their
and that's my point is so they have partners that make that printer as sale for a kit. So that kit shouldn't go out without what the community that designed the printer feels is adequate for everyone else to work with.
Well, then the kit manufacturers are also adding this, like LDO selects the different mods. They don't have to provide those mods. And that's what makes it a little bit more confusing. But I think after building 2 V0s, I think the third V0 is going to be pretty easy for me. But I've also, I'm not, if I bought a Trident, I don't think I'd have as much problem with the Trident, but I also wouldn't be adding all the extras.
Because the build wasn't horrible. I think, it was nice that all the wires were cut to length, labeled. That made it so much easier. Like that's the biggest problem for most hobbyists that are building a Voron is the cable cutting. Like making your own connectors and doing all that nonsense. It's just so much more work, and it's overwhelming for most people. It's become more accessible.
I think because I've built a Prusa Mark II. I never built a Mark III, but like even Prusa documentation is not any much different than the Voron documentation from my experience.
Yeah, it's just that their printers are so much easier to build. There's far less
Prusa ones,
complexity in that build because you're just building a Cartesian printer, which
it also gets me on. It also gets me on the whole why do we use extrusions for everything thing, which I won't go into, but if you were to build a kit printer that has like all the laser cut, all the stage plate parts and plate steel that had all the holes pre-cut, then you don't have to worry about drop nuts and if they're all pre-tapped, and you could just basically bolt it together like a panel kit, you know.
The only problem with pre-tap that you find when you build stuff is that those pre-taps aren't always that accurate. So when you want something to be
Depends on how you
perfectly
manufacture
square,
it. Yeah,
yeah,
I get it.
and that cost goes up when you use extrusion.
Oh, of course, it would be an expensive printer if you had a pre-cut, laser cut, like pre-tapped
So,
machine
'cause
part.
you-
I mean,
the
look at the
market-
rail core. The rail core
Yeah.
kits are probably pretty nice, or you know, the data list comes pre-assembled, right? I don't think the
Ooh,
data
I
list
should
is
probably
a
go to
kit.
bed soon. I just realized it's
Yeah, I gotta
10:19.
get Dell too.
Yeah,
Freaking late.
it's an
That's what I
interesting.
get for sitting here flashing firmware.
So I've been ignoring the 3D printing market for
Yeah.
like 2 years
Yeah.
basically, and then jumping back into it like 5 months, 6
Different.
months.
Yeah, if you jump in now after if you didn't get into it until after COVID, basically since Bamboo came out, the whole market's just shifted. So
Mhm.
Well, I mean,
now
they sent me one for review, so I have one.
the A1.
I just
Right.
never reviewed it, and I was like,
Or,
"Fuck you guys."
is an A1 or what?
No, it was X1C.
They sent you one for review and you didn't do anything with it?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, they're good. At least
So
that's a better way to go than just being on
Okay.
some weird blacklist and then never getting a printer ever again.
What else?
yeah, I don't know.
Key opinion leader. That's the key.
Well, I just
term.
for me, it was sticking to my guts. It was like when it came out, I was very adamant and very loud that it's not
open source.
It's taking from open source and going,
Oh,
look
yeah.
what we made. And I'm like, you didn't make any of this. Like nothing on there, like light art that's been there. All the stuff has been there. You haven't done anything innovative. You took Prusa Slicer and put a GUI on it and said, look what we made.
I
And
never
then we
really
had
saw
a-
anybody do a light art scan of the first layer, though.
Yeah,
Not in the open source community.
maybe not.
Maybe not yet. It's a good idea.
When it works. It's
When
not.
it works, of course.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is it's not fully.
No,
Right.
I fully support all this the V0 or the Voron stuff and the Annex and all that stuff.
Because
We're making decent. We're at least focusing more on quality than quantity.
my
on our
argument,
printers.
and this is the argument that I don't think I've made publicly, is their firmware isn't open source, so we don't know what firmware they're using.
Yeah.
We can make guesses and whatever, but the technology that's in their firmware we know was taken from open source firmware.
Yeah.
So they are obligated to share parts of their firmware. Like they're using input shaping. Like
Matt, we're
there's
going to be
no-
hopping off in a couple minutes, so I'm not going to send you a link.
Like they're using input shaping, they're using mesh probing, they're using everything that the community has designed and given away to everyone else for free, and then they're going, well, we're not going to release any of this. It's the same, it's no different than when Creality locked their firmware down and had the print resume from Power.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And all of the YouTubers were like, we're not reviewing your product until you release this.
Yeah,
and
that
they
was kind of cool.
pressured. And now they don't do that. They're all being paid really well in I don't know what product or whatever to go, oh, this is a great product. It doesn't steal anything. And I'm like, oh, come on, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note, I am going to kill a stream. I need to go to bed. Steve, I will send you a link next week if you're around. Love to have you. And I'm gonna be around this weekend, so there might be a random stream spun up randomly somewhere in the random times.
I'll probably be streaming this week. Weekend for CNC. I'm gonna do start working on my CNC stuff project.
My goal is to get this thing up and running this weekend.
What if I come over and set it on fire first?
If you come over and set it on fire, I'll give you $10.
I got to find where you live. I know you're in Colorado. That's it.
You'll have my address soon enough on the package I sent you.
Oh, that's right. You sent me a bag of
beans. The nice thing is there's no apartment number on that package.
Yes.
You could. You can get Tannerite in Colorado too, right?
You know where I live.
This
but
is called YouTube and Twitch. We're not talking about
there's a
that. Let me
gate
end
out
the
front
stream
with a
before we
security
talk.
guard, so good luck getting in.
Right.
No, Grant
Good
was
night,
already talking
everyone
about that
in
with
the
his
world.
bamboo.
Good night.